Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to Emmy Reviews. The 35 worst movies apparently, according to a list. Backstory, my friend sent me a screenshot of a movie. I looked up the movie, see if it was worth watching, and then I found it was on a list, Wikipedia list, but nonetheless, it's a list. So I'll put the link below if you want. With this, I'm trying to not look up the movie at all before I watch it. Like, I don't want to know any of the things that happen in it or who's in it. I want it to be a bit of a surprise. Yeah, so, you know, let's get into it. Alright, so the first movie on the list, because the list was in chronological order and I watched the first one before I decided to shuffle the list. So the first one I watched was called Glen or Glenda, which is from 1953. It's a docudrama starring Ed Wood and like Bella Lugosi, I don't know how to pronounce that, which was a pretty, yeah, it was a pretty, like, the movie basically is kind of about, like, transvestitism, I don't know if that's the word, and kind of, like, it's, I guess the core of the movie is about education, like, kind of outlines that, you know, not all transvestites are homosexual. It doesn't mean they have some kind of perversion, they just like the comfort of women's clothing. Some of them might have, you know, something happened to them in childhood, and also talks of men that feel they are in the wrong body and like ways to help them. Like, you can help them with their problem. It is in the 50s, but for the 50s it was really well done, I think, for what it is. Except, right, opening scene, you have this guy. She's Bella Lugosi, science dude, and he's kind of like starting it off like old horror movies, you know, like it was a dark and stormy night, like in his laboratory library thing, which I was just like, okay, I don't get it, like, and it kind of goes into there's like a suicide of a transvestite. I know it's not the correct terminology these days, but I'm just using it because it was used in the film, and he has killed himself because he kept getting arrested when he was dressed as a woman because he was dressing like a woman. And then it goes into like the chief inspector of the police department is talking to a psychiatrist about how to help these people to prevent all the suicides happening. And then the psychiatrist tells the story of Glen, whose alter ego is Glenda. And so that's kind of educational thing, which is quite well, and it goes really, really well up until about halfway through. There's about 30 minutes where Glen is trying to decide whether he should tell his fiancée Barbara about Glenda. So I guess they're trying to portray his inner turmoil, his inner thoughts, what he's thinking and feeling about coming out as Glenda. But it does it in a really weird way. There is like freaking a lot of this shitty lightning effects. Yeah, just weird clips of like, I guess 50s porn of women like rubbing themselves and taking their clothes off, and there's like sort of a pseudo rapey type scenario there too. There's a bit where Barbara's stuck under a tree that's fallen over, and Glenda can't lift the branch, but Glen does to save her. So I guess that's him inner battling his femininity and masculinity and what Glenda means to him in that way. And then there's a bit where it's got them in his head, like walking down the aisle, black room, him, Barbara, a priest, pastor, you know, marrying dude. And I was watching, I was like, this is kind of okay. And then there was this guy hanging out in the corner. What the heck? Like, the whole 30 minutes, I'm sitting there, what? Like, doing this. I don't know. It was, besides that, it was a really good movie. It was, I guess I already kind of knew all that stuff, but it was kind of educational, I guess. For the 50s, that movie would have been freaking out there. It would not have been well received, I don't think, for what it was. I guess maybe adding the horror movie aspect was trying to make it more of a acceptable movie to go see kind of thing. I'm gonna go watch this horror movie about these things, rather than I'm gonna go watch an education documentary. Yeah, so I like it, and I'd probably give it like six moldy cupcakes out of 10, because it's the worst movie. Get it? They're moldy. Yeah, I don't know. It was quite. I thought it was well done for what it is and for what it was trying to portray. But I can see definitely why it was on the worst movie ever list for sure, because of the randomosity and this dude. My camera died, but so this dude, that's kind of ruined it for me. I don't know why he was in there. Maybe the demonic, Satan-y thing with the whole you know, that being against God, because that was another thing in the movie was, well, planes and trains and automobiles used to be against the creator, so you know, yeah, so I wouldn't say go watch it. I don't think it's really worth watching, but it wasn't too bad. I could sit through it without crying, which is a good thing. So yeah, the next movie is all ready to watch. I'll do that shortly, write my little reviewy bit, and let you guys know when it's up next. If you liked this, let me know, please. I really need your feedback on whether or not I should keep doing this. And yeah, I will, you know, read it and respond and take it all into consideration, and like and subscribe if you liked and want to subscribe and know when the next video comes out. I'm also on Twitter at Cupcake105. I've been Cupcake, Emma, Emmy, whatever the hell you want to call me. See you later.